What's going on, guys? My name is Kid Blue. Today we're going to be talking about the New York Giants. Can the New York Giants make another Super Bowl run? Now, the last time they made the Super Bowl and even made the playoffs was 2011. And personally, I think the Giants have a great chance of making the Super Bowl right now. And I know their offense is pretty bad this year, but I think their defense can lead them. Like a lot of people say, defense wins championships. We've seen that last year with the Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning, probably the greatest of all time, who was not playing up to par last year. That team still made it to the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning was nothing more than probably the best game manager in the league. He didn't even play all 16 games. The Broncos beat the undefeated Patriots last year with Brock Osweiler in overtime. So that's saying a lot with what defenses can do, and the Giants' defense is, I think, a great candidate to being a Super Bowl defense. So let's get into the stats. I've compared this team, offense and defense, versus the 2011 offense and defense. So let's start off. By the way, this is a 13-game span for the 2016 team because only 13 games were played, obviously. But the 2011 team is a 16-game span. So not all the numbers from the 2016 team are going to be final. This is just right now. These numbers are going to change come this Sunday. So let's start off with the 2016 team. The 2016 defense only allowed 349 yards a game as opposed to 2011 team's 376 yards a game. The Giants are right now only allowing 18 points a game versus 25 points a game. That's a big difference because 25 points a game that you're allowing, you would have to force your offense to score almost 30 points a game to try to compete and win the game. It's not that hard for the Giants offense to go ahead and win games with a defense only allowing 18 points a game. So that's a big deciding factor there. Another huge factor, the Giants only have allowed 244 points total this year as opposed to 400 points by the 2011 Giants. The Giants would have to allow 166 more points over the span of 3 games to tie up with the 2011 Giants. Moving on to sacks, the Giants right now have 30 sacks. They are 12th in the league in sacks right now. Keep in mind, they only had 2 coming into week 5. So 2 coming into week 4, I'm sorry. And those sacks were only from Landon Collins and Leon Hall, so not even from the D-line. So the Giants really got off to a rough start in pass rush, getting some pass rush going, but they really got it going here late, and they should be able to pick that up going into the playoffs and, hopefully making a Super Bowl run. The 2011 Giants had 48 sacks. That's a lot of sacks, and the Giants would have to have 18 more sacks to tie up with the 2011 Giants. So that they're probably not going to catch up to them. They would need 6 sacks a game for that. The Giants right now have 13 interceptions. The first 2 that they got were in week 4, so they too have had a rough start in forcing turnovers. And the 2011 Giants had 20 interceptions as a whole. So the Giants would have to get 7 more interceptions by the span of 3 games, which can happen, not so likely. So edge to the 2011 Giants in sacks and interceptions. But everything else, the 2016 Giants absolutely dominate in, and that's what's really important right now. Points, total points, 244 versus 400. That's a huge difference. So one of the scariest kind of parts of the 2016 team is their offense. Can this offense even make it past the playoffs to the Super Bowl with their offense? They have some great pieces, but they really can't get going. So let's compare them real quick. The 2016 Giants, over the span of 13 games, have gained 322 yards per game, 243 passing, and 78 rushing. The 2011 Giants have gained 385 yards a game, 295 passing, and 89 rushing. So there's a big difference in in yards per game, almost 60 yards in a difference. So that's a big difference. But rushing, it's almost identical. Keep in mind the Giants won the Super Bowl in 2011, dead last in rushing. They were dead last, 89 yards a game rushing, dead last. So the fact, the myth that people say that you need to be able to run the ball to win games and win championships and stuff like that is nonsense, because the Giants had one of the best offenses in 2011 but still couldn't rush the ball. So in points per game, the Giants have only scored 19 points per game. Keep in mind their defense is only allowing 18. So 19 points a game, and 2011, 24 points a game. So that is not bad whatsoever. But keep in mind, the 2011 Giants have allowed 25 points a game, as opposed to the offense's 24 points a game, as opposed to them scoring 24 points a game. So that wasn't really in their favor. Right now, it's trending up for the Giants, scoring more points than what is allowed. So that's a good thing. Another part that really scares me about this offense is they've only scored 31 touchdowns, too many field goals, only 31 touchdowns, as opposed to 2011 teams' 47 touchdowns. The Giants scored a lot of field goals, have been very conservative, and you can tell right there that their offense isn't that good. They only had 5 rushing touchdowns right now, 23 passing. The 2011 Giants, keep in mind they were last in rushing, but they did rush for a lot of touchdowns. They had 17 rushing touchdowns and 29 passing. So if you compare them together, obviously the 2011 team is very potent on offense. It has the edge over the 2016 Giants on offense. But if you really look at the 2016 defense compared to the 2011 defense, you can tell that the 2016 defense has the edge there, and I think this defense can really lead the Giants. They've done it for a long period of time. Right now, they are tied with the 2011 team in wins right now, and that's over a 13-game span. They have 9 wins. So you can tell that nothing's really going wrong with the defense as of right now. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think the Giants can make a Super Bowl run this year? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.